ndovu ni kuu tabidi wanijue basi weka mkono juu hey, vile na bambam police wana ubaya demo wako vile mahanjam na misi na ubaya koseo nite handsome uskizo ni hekaya Felicia na Lisa hivyo ndo mimi niliwa acquire tulikuwa na Pamela shule moja ndani ya kwaya squeezy vile na meza mara moja utagwaya na nanringia sana flat tami hana taya akona kila kitu hana gani haya mtoto wangu akiitwa KU mtakataa hakunaga masomo KU mmekataa unapeleka mtoi first year introduction baada ya wiki mbili ashajua reproduction ndovu ni kuu tabidi wanijue basi weka mkono juu yes you ndovu ni kuu tabidi wanijue basi weka mkono juu yes you
yeah, na pull up nangali ya kalanguin kana fanyanga Safcom liku kasiku lakini kombato ni custom penga nalia mi upenda vile una lap njo baju sitaki kolona girl please put your mask on nekwendete Pamelo meza katembe anapenda lollipop analamba kapele mende lazima kwe mukamba jini ya pili ni mwende minasikia mademo kamba wanapenda make kame kari bambam kana kaka mamaraya nakashotu nenda London but kumbe ni odhaya ndakusaje kupenda tam na jini ya kwanza Brian dema naka screen ya Samsung so vidole go required usichomeke you ama studio pata PhD tupatana nao Kilimani kama CST social media the social studies so nowadays ukitaka kutikidha we mambie mkafanye GHC wala wamesoma ndio sampuli ya homology hata reproduction pia sin topic kwa biology bora kuna chemistry Pamela can just follow me vile ndovu kubwa noma sana nyaka buogoji sina marafiki staki mbogi ni screw unataka mblande kiasi ndio munisu isiti ya usherati tabia mbovu ni true big up to Crispa washajua ndovu ni cool OG
akiwalayo shatu juu basi weka mkono juu yes you ndovu ni kuu akiwalayo shatu juu basi weka mkono juu yes you
okay mbebe ashana mbe napenda form za kunlenga anakamlami but nami amesoteka nimezoea Njerinda Luna Violeta nimezoea msupa kinroll ya Kavela atena gorilla wall siwezi penya unadai mate na kwa form za ketepa ka uwezi buy your drinks basi kwenda mimi nakupa kiss kwa Chris na kill your status
tabidi wanijue basi weka mkono juu yes you
hey okay I say manzi yangu kwa gasumu hey either nimepagao ni juju
cocktail ya Masai na Mkikuyu akona gapo ameno na bado shike nchuyu
ama ni lugha inaga lugu Kiswahili ninayo hadi Kizungu
vile meni bamba mshiroe mabebo genshumarta and I'm the bad man she loves
foot up zikweka kwa mood kavile champagne usavwa kwa nude
ai champagne uonja ka juice nupiga kataska juu ndovu ni kuu tabidi wanijue basi weka mkono juu yes you
Black Market Records.
What time is it? Ndo nafika home.
Nilikuwa kwa Beth.
Ati Beth.
Bebe Beth kwani kuna noma?
Nomelewa.
Sijalewa.
Umelewa.
Mi sijalewa.
Basi niambie perfume gani unuka harufu ya chrome.
Wacha maishu bora sija kuomba pesa ya kumochoa. Naeza tu vile na dai simi upiga wera poa.
I am sick of this, I thought utatulia nikikoa.
Nitatulia wapi si wendo ulimba sherehe ni sheria.
Akia nani? Nakatumeja wala siski. Niliambiwa na mamore ule sumbua usimring. Najua stingo za mneti online kazama kwa ishi. Cheki sayo unakunya kuliko ya zaisich.
Baby umeanza kunitusi
Tena uwezi kunishow.
Umeanza urazi na una ganji neza tosha kuni please.
Kukupliza kia nani sasa umeanza kukua mdeep. Unajua pride ya mwanaume ushukia hapo nitakufix.
Utani fix dume suruali jisqueezy when it beach.
Unanita bitch.
Bitch usijaribu kuniseal.
Hapa kwangu time ya kuingia kama umechelewa ni 6.
Na hapa kwako siko shule baby give me
na
some
nakushomi
peace.
sikudai dai zina sikudai dai tena.
Time sina mina die hella.
Kai you must be a dumb fella.
Die nigga mini die hard fella.
Ati dai zina sikudai dai tena.
Time sina mina die hella.
Oh my you must be a dumb fella.
Die nigga mini die hard fella.
Baby boo I'm sorry I'll never hit you again.
Why you lying? You promised to be a man but you
Unajua nakupenda kora mingi ndio uache.
Unafika gama nane ama jumini mwanamke.
Mbona sasa urudi home usiku komelewa
So lazima nipige simu uniambie ruhusa ndo nikate.
Okay tuache vita tukwe kama the bahati.
Kifuniko ya gas ni rahisi kufungua.
Si mapenzi ya kina Dewa Jesus famere.
Ndo uanze kunililia hizo vako sidai. Hiyo sitaki.
Simba na Zuchu.
Ufiche nani?
Basi njugush.
Wesimfani.
Na Will Smith. Na nakosho mina kudai dai. Mina nakudai dai tena.
I nigga wendo my John Cena.
Kai mami you must be a gorgeous fella.
Why lie nigga you're my lifetime healer.
Dai mina nakudai dai tena.
I nigga wendo my John Cena.
Kai mami you must be a gorgeous fella.
Why lie you're my lifetime healer.
A very, very good afternoon to you. Karibu Ribu Sana to the back-to-back show on 254 Radio, the home of Kenyan music. You are with me, George Mark.
Michael Osotsi.
Ron. All right. We've got Ron. Ron Shege. Yeah. All right, so today being a Monday, we first of all start by thanking God for a beautiful week.
Sure,
and of course, y'all get to hang out with us every Monday to Friday. That is 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. That was Furthermore Die Die featuring Shekinah Karen. And I think lazima tuangalie kitu fulani hapa that I think is a very worrying trend. And what a beautiful song to introduce us to our today's topic. And I think you guys have heard about what happened with the University of Eldoret students. Okay, so there's this lady, I think, what is her name again?
Stacy Chemtai.
So Stacy Chemtai, Stacy Chemtai what?
Stacy Chemtai.
Stacy Chemtai. And I think she was a second year student. And unfortunately, they had an issue with the boyfriend, and one thing led to the next, and the boyfriend decided that he'll take matters into his own hands, and that is literally akadunga demu yake. So Ron, Mike, you guys tell me, tunaelekea wapi kama nchi?
Norma. The thing is, this is not the first time tunasikia ati young people. Tumekuwa na a very like people who are very capable, but unapata like they end up I don't know what's pushing. What do you think is pushing young people to like being so wanakuwa pushed kufanya vitu kaa hizi? I mean,
is it okay nasema push sindio? And the question is what nini nafanya watu wako hivyo, right? Because I think this is a trend and it's very alarming. This is not the first lady that this is not the first couple that actually went ahead and decided to just do things their own way, take matters into their own hands, and then wana
if you look at it closely, it's like people on a murdering mission or a murder spree. And what's worrying is that if you look at the age group that's happening on these people,
all right,
looking at the 20-year-olds, 21, 22, tunajita the comrades. I don't know if they're not strong enough or capable enough to handle the emotions very well and issues very well. Because I'm certain these were things that were also happening way back. But now you see, right now we are very much exposed.
We
have the internet, we have tech, we have everything.
True.
So something happens immediately, it just spreads like wildfire. So an incident happens, let's say in a place like Eldoret. There's another person anaona imefanyika LD ama wapi ama nini, hata pia mimi wacha nichukue that trajectory.
So it's kind of like we're normalizing it, it's been subliminally normalized.
Yes. To a point, it's almost sounding like inakuwa cool sasa. That's happening.
At least.
But you're playing with people's lives here.
So he killed his chick. The chick killed the husband, I'm the boyfriend, so it's okay, I can also do it. So that's where we're heading as a country, as a nation.
Pretty much that's where we're heading.
We've talked something about whether it's a generational issue. And imagine these are the cases that have been reported. There are still others that is na chini ya maji.
True.
Especially, family members are always like protective of their own. So unapata msee anaua and then hii kitu ina keep you under wraps. Not everything makes it to radio or
TV or mainstream.
Protect the family units.
These are just the cases zenye tunaambiwa. So there are still others that are happening.
Okay.
So Mike, you've said something about whether it's a generation issue. I kind of feel like it is because if ikitu ya I kind of feel like this generation is not equipped to handle stress. It's not equipped to handle like very tense situations.
Okay.
So what they and you can tell because it's the same behavior in social media,
right?
Because people are very reactive. Because you can post something, unaweza post kitu saizi Georgia, and people don't know how to handle it, so people come for you.
Okay.
People are reactive.
Okay.
They do not take their time to
think twice,
Yep. People, mtu atakutusi tu pale hivi, and he doesn't even know the whole story. So I think it is a generation issue because people are very reactive.
Okay.
Because I think social media is conditioning people to be reactive.
Okay.
You think about how the whole thing is built.
All right.
Social media, it's built to react.
So before we even get to the social media conversation, because I want us to jump on that after our music break, but I just want to reference another story that was very alarming as well. Ivy Wangeshi, that was around 2019, if I'm not wrong.
2019.
So this guy lives, what was his name? Kinuvia or something. Yeah. So let's call him. Let's just reference Nganovia anatoka Thika, all the way to Eldoret, bro. Unaweka mafuta, hata ni full tank I guess, because alikuwa amejam akasema twende. Okay, drives all the way to Eldoret and decides to hack his chili to death. Who the does that, man?
And you can just think that this guy had like the whole road, kutoka Nairobi hadi Eldoret. It's not
all that same to think through and all that.
I mean, like
change your mind.
Say like you ungefika Timboro, change mind. Useme what am I doing, man? But the guy had like the whole way to think about it, and then he still went and akafika pale ka center ka Eldoret, purchased an axe, and proceeded to wait for the chile to get out of the institution, and then akamwele.
And this guy did not have any friends. I'm a base test like, hey, Brian Jeron. I feel like, hey, I'm nasikia nimejam, and I feel like I want to go and I just want to go and maybe smack Ivy, and then maybe the friend can tell him, hey, bro, apana, that's not the right thing to do. Didn't Naftali, have some friends who could actually convince him out of it?
But no, Georgia.
Yeah.
I think as a human being, sometimes when you reach a point of no return, when if you speak to someone and you're destined to say, okay, fine, I'm going to do this. There's little your friends can do. The best way they can do, unless wakufungia mahali huko. But as your friend, I can never really know the magnitude you can actually reach to express your anger.
True.
And human psychology says that each and every one of us, we have that small percentage of being crazy and all.
We all have some insanity now, like a tiny percentage.
But now how we work around it is what matters.
All right.
So unaweza pata umse alichape mabeshte zake wako na niga tatulia, il cool down nini. Then again he went just and proceeded.
Oh my god.
And ukiangalia saizi the guy is saying the case is still in court. The guy is saying is regrets very much because the most fundamental thing you need to ask yourself, if you're going to do this heinous act and you want to end someone's life, not even ending someone's life, people get maimed, kuna wamechomwa ama nini, the afterthoughts, I know you just have to live with what you did. To me, that's torturous enough.
Oh yeah, lack of peace. You know, like you can't. That's even like life.
How do you sleep at night?
Knowing you kill someone, and you've literally taken your life away as well.
But for me, it
disagree
na Mike kiasi, because I kind of feel like friends can ground you.
Okay.
You know, there is a possibility that Naftali or Kinuthia didn't have a friend he could talk to.
Okay.
And you know, because ndio ufike hiyo point, then you have to be very alone.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Because
true.
if I had friends,
yeah,
and more than one friend, ananiambia I buda chorea. Something unknowingly, subconsciously.
Yeah.
Something is planted up on ndani, and you are like, okay, I think they have a point. They cannot all be wrong.
Okay.
There's a possibility.
Kuna mabeshte wengine tu wanakuwa tu vichwa ngumu. Hata waambie nini?
Aski.
Hapo sasa ni mtu sasa.
Hapo ni mtu,
Hapo ni mtu.
All right. Sasa juu watu wanaambua waski. Let's just do it the right way, the 254 radio way. You know, we just bring you banger after banger, and we want to talk about the influence of social media in, you know, the life we're living. But before that, let's just have a listen from one of Kenya's finest artists called Meja. Watu wasikie, hii wimbo inaitwa Siski.
Watu wasikie sana.
Watu msikize.
Kamote painting ameniseti kamote, mbele ya watu ni mpole, very calm, lakini looks are deceiving. Usitake kumuona kamejam. Dodge sahani, dodge hepa, dodge vikombe, dodge mbot ita masoja. Painting anataka kuniua, akibebi utaniua. Sijali babes, upunguze kisirani, unachoma picha kwa jirani. I don't care. Siski niliambiwa ni muache Siski. Kamote painting ameniseti kamote. Manzi yangu ye ni boxer, anajua mpaka kumfu. Nimeshindwa kumtoka, yeni kichwa ngumu. Manzi yako anakaga mpole. Usifanye mimi nicheke. Baby face sikuingize, unistima, uninare. Juzi nilimwambia simtaki, akaanza kisirani. Nitajiua, nitakunywa happy. Nikamurudia juu ya kupanic. Siski niliambiwa ni muache Siski. Kamote painting ameniseti kamote. Mother anataka ni muache, maboys wanataka ni msare, mpaka namba yake nimeblock hadi IG ndakushow. Alipiga na namba sijui, kiundani nikasikia nimefurahi, kidogo nikasikia amedai. Akibeb, nataka kukuona one last time. Akakuja mevamini, akanichanganisha akili, nikamnyandua tukarudiana. Siski niliambiwa ni muache Siski. Kamote painting ameniseti kamote.
na bia, lakini kuna siri ndawaibia leo. See, I'm not addicted to alcohol, I'm not a victim, not at all. Yalimpata Samson, yakampata Solomon. Situation igeuka tricky, kila shimo na panda miti. Contribution kwa team afisi Karura. Hey, situation igeuka tricky, kwa hivyo musiniweke kamba kwa shingo. Pombe sigara naweza wacha bila kung'ang'ana, lakini hawa vijana vile nawapenda kama akalemewa, akatoa fimbo nje ya ndoa, na hivyo ndivyo alijichomea. Hii situation imekuwa tricky, kuna shimo alipanda miti, na hivi sasa ako kamiti kwa jela. Hii situation igeuka tricky, kwa hivyo musiniweke kamba kwa shingo. Pombe sigara naweza wacha bila kung'ang'ana, lakini hawa vijana vile nawapenda ni kama laana. Oh yeah, yeah. Pombe sigara naweza wacha bila kung'ang'ana, lakini hawa vijana vile nawapenda ni kama laana. Oh yeah, yeah.
That was Pombe Sigara by the very, very popular Nviiri, the storyteller. Before that was Furthermore Die. So today we want to talk about kile inaendelea kwa watu, you know, Furthermore anawaambia die. You know, you heard that song.
Yes.
Ni kama wana argue. Yeah. And we also had Major, watu wanaambua wasikie hawasikii. So now my question is, guys, is it something that tunajiekelea ama nini? Because you've had Major's lyrics, and Major is just being explicit and telling us that ameambiwa ache udem mara kadhaa lakini hasikii. So the same way these guys unaweza kutamamba, hey, that guy is toxic, leave him, that guy is toxic, achana na yeye, lakini pengine hasikii. So is it a matter of unaona, you can see the writings are on the wall, you can see everything, but you just don't want to listen. Unasema uko in love, unasema unapenda huyu, is the one 190s on flake on steroids.
What do you think, Mike?
Mi naona watu wengi, many people base their judgment on fallacy. Because at the end of the day, we're all humans.
Yeah.
So ukipata kuna mtu amekwamilia mtu, okay, I can't blame them.
All right.
You know, emotions, you know, they're bit tricky. Unaona. But if you see truly your mental well-being is on the line. Like kumsema zana kupigisha stress zingine, you can't work well, you're not progressing well. Maze si lazima.
Si lazima.
Kusema maze si lazima bana.
Lakini watu hawasikii.
Not a must.
Hawasikii. Hawasikii. Because you can't tell me that Ujama, Udem, the lady, the late Chemutai, you cannot tell me that she was not warned by her friends. If they were locked in the house, sijui for 4 days.
Yeah.
What in the F were they talking about for 4 days? Alafu uniambia watu hawezi ona hizi writings on the walls.
Yeah. Talking about nini, you know, those are red flags. So do you figure to the point that actually wanasema like she had been held hostage for like
4 days.
4 days.
Yeah.
So do you figure that point yenye mse anakuwa held, like mtu anakuhold that long, it means there must have been red flags. No one wakes up one day and then ana decide to lock you up.
Ati leo ni leo ndakufungia.
Leo ni ile siku, leo ni siku kubwa.
Leo ni ile siku.
No one hakuna mtu anamkanga one day and then, you know, because I'm sure it might have started with a slap. Most things start with a slap.
Okay.
Inatoka and a few black eyes later. You know, friends are gonna tell you, you know, this guy is violent, stop nini. And this is not just a man issue, because women are very capable of being violent.
Okay.
You know, in a start na scratches, a bite, you know, and if that's not tamed, sasa ndio inafikanga hiyo point, sasa it grows, it's a monster you feed.
Oh.
Yeah, so
it's a monster you're feeding.
Yeah, you keep feeding this monster.
And I have a question for you, Ron. Yeah. Must it be physical? You know, because I think in my view, I feel like some of these signs, these red flags, they can also be emotional abuse. Could also be naza kwa nakwambia wewe useless. There's nothing you can do in life. You're just trying to, like, you know, just put you in that cocoon so that you can only see me as the only person who sijui I'm the one who's supposed to tell you kitu ndo usikie vizuri. Unanielewa?
Yeah, actually that's true. You know, I think emotional abuse is the most like underrated of all the abuses you can receive from a apartment.
Okay.
And it's like the most worst because that's directly tied to mental health. Because now you've seen someone akona mtu, this person ajai pigwa, but amekeep in a place where like she or he they can't do anything. Like ni kama wamefungwa, yani umefungwa mentally, you cannot even think for yourself. You know, unapatanga mtu like I've seen people, I've had experience, not personally, but I have friends who are in very toxic relationship. It's not a violent one like physically, but the emotional abuse. You know, the emotional abuse. And I think yesterday in the car we were talking about that. Narcissist. Narcissists, these are people who are very good at manipulating. They can, you know, wanakuanga, they are people wenye wanaweza kufanya vibaya sana. Like wanaweza fanya ulikuwa yani ulikuwa na maboys wako lakini una doubt kama ulicheat hiyo siku because they will question everything and everything.
Because there's this trend that has been happening. Me, I'm a big hater, by the way, of that trend, but I pick a few things or two.
Okay.
The so-called loyalty test.
Oh yeah.
Nimeziona in passing.
Okay.
Na ukiangalia fiti, because I don't know where they usually get those people, 19, 20 year olds. Someone always has to have an issue.
Me, I'm not.
Hey, you're talking about those things like in this guy and I told you kuna zui comrade something flavor.
But now
that guy.
There are tons of them here.
Yeah.
But now some of the few things I picked.
Okay.
Unapata a chick 19, 20 year old.
Yeah.
Maybe amepatikana in a certain scandal with the so-called boyfriend. Unaona the boyfriend amechachisha, the guy is extremely mad, agitated.
Yeah.
He wants to beat up the chick.
Oh yeah.
Chick is 19, 20.
Yeah.
And I'm asking myself, she's got a whole life to live.
Yeah.
Was there before between 19 to 26 somewhere. The chick that's living her life, sorry. Not that I'm saying people should be dishonest in relationships, but there's a best way to handle these things. You know, ati nijipate niko na mtoi kampo ako 19 or 20, alafu sijui amepatikana amefanya nini, and then you want to put a scratch on her. And I've been working all my life. Skin yake mazeke salted caramel vizuri.
And you know the worst part about this so-called loyalty test, and I just remember the name. That guy is called The Pluto. And I think The Pluto walingiza hiki tu kwanza kwa limelight. And you know, and I think he gained a massive following because of that stuff. At the time I was watching that thing at home, and I remember I told my family members, I just told them, remove this shit.
Yes.
You know, because there was this kachile alikuwa amecheat on the boyfriend, and apparently the guy had also cheated on the chile. And guess what? In front of that cameraman, in front of that guy called Pluto or something, walianza kupigana. and I saw the guy smack the chick, and those guys were like nikawa wanacheka, you know, nikawa na condone such behavior, you know, and then the chick akaanza kukokota mawe, and these guys they're like still recording. It's for, you know, it's for the clout, it's for the fame, it's for the views. They're
actually part of the problem. If you don't see a problem in that, then you're sick yourself.
Oh yeah, true. True.
So, and that's what you're saying. It takes a whole society to actually diverge and take a very different direction to deal with this thing. But you have people who are glorifying it.
Oh yeah.
And the saddest thing is that even right now we are saying it's a generational issue. But we are seeing people in their 30s, they're picking up, you know, bile, hate, on social media.
Oh yeah.
And it's actually, you know, being enrooted in ourselves.
Yeah.
So I think something has to be done. There's a way people just have to think this thing the other way, you know, and just get it working and get it great. Usema mtu akikasirisha fanyaje, kunywa maji ikae kwa mdomo 20 seconds.
Oh, that's a good one.
Meza.
Yeah. Usijibu, you know, okay, eka tu maji hapo the whole time wanaongea, you know. And while we're talking about these things, and I mean it's pretty obvious that social media has a massive role to play in how these things are unfolding. And we were just talking about how apparently you know, the subconscious is a very powerful thing. The more you see something, the more you hear something, the more it becomes part of who you are, and the more unazoea hiyo kitu. So take it, like for example, if you're a child and you grow up seeing your dad hit or smack your mom, you will grow up, you know, ukiona ni kama ni kitu ya kawaida, you know, and the time you have your family, if you did not have the right upbringing, trust me, I think you'll do the same thing to your wife, and your child will do the same thing to their wives. So it will be like a whole generation of abusers. And by the way, this does not apply to men only, because I think there's also an issue of women doing these things. And there's so many stories out there where you have a female cop doing something, you have another thing doing something, and I think this is something that we have to, you know, take a genuinely good look at.
Yeah, it's a vicious cycle of like abuse. You know, there's a research I read somewhere some time back that if you are a young boy, you've been raised in an abusive family, there's very high chances that you're gonna turn out as an abuser also. And if you are a girl and you've been raised up in an abusive family, most likely you're gonna end up with an abuser.
All right. Oh, you're gonna end up with an abuser.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's very deep in terms. So this even touches the parenting. You know. Yeah. And talking of social media, I think it has played a big role. You know, if you look even at the loyalty test we're talking about, that's still social media.
Okay.
And you know, these guys are normalizing cheating. Because you'll never see them bring like honest couples there.
You want to tell me those things they're not legit, like they're scripted?
They could be scripted, but I'm just, you know, not everyone will understand that this is a script.
Yeah, they could be scripted, but at some point, it also shows what's happening in the society.
Yeah,
we can't entirely rule it out.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
and if I'm in a relationship and I'm watching that show, I would definitely want to, you know, find out, okay, what's my partner doing, if it's really gotten to me. And that's why it takes a different view.
All right.
And all that, just like the movies, you know, when you see the movies, you know, action movies, kitambo tukiwa watoi, you want to do what people do. So if I'm watching Loyalty Test, and I'm seeing someone picking a stone and wants to violence and all
it kind of becomes cowardly.
Actually, you know, I'm in a relationship and I see my girl, okay, fine, you're doing this and that. Then I remember, hata kwa Loyalty Test ule mzama alifanya hivi, let me do that. Because of the impact of social media.
True.
So we are not advocating for, even those guys, they don't really advocate for peace on that show. And all that. So it's like everything nowadays just become about violence and hate.
So let me ask a question before we go for the next music break. I just have a simple question for the both of you guys. In a relationship setup, what is your take on the issue of passwords? Now, Japa, this is a very controversial topic because I know so many couples have their own, you know, vile wanafanyanga vitu zao, but you know, like, is it okay for guys to exchange passwords or share passwords, or should you respect my privacy, or what's your take on that?
Yeah, for me, I think this ni vile mumesikizana na mtu
na mtu wako,
vile mumeongea na mtu wako, unaona, if like mume decide like there's nini phones are like that's where you draw the line.
Yeah.
Then I think that's what you should do.
All right.
Because that means okay, but also
yeah,
if you really love someone, and I also feel if you really love someone, now you have nothing to cheat, and you know you're very open, then I think the issue of password doesn't even come, because for me and my wife, kwetu like phones are not like that private.
Simu yake ni kama yako.
Yeah, because I will simu yake inaweza kuwa imezima and I will give her my phone to go with it. Ambia chukue enda ulipe vitu zako nini. And I can do the same with her phone.
Okay.
So it's not really an issue of phones.
Okay.
But if I take her phone and I'm looking for something, specifically something, then I might find it, I might not. I might find it.
Yeah.
So it also comes down to the intentions. What's the intention of you picking her phone?
Her phone, yeah.
Are you looking for something? Because you're gonna find it.
True.
Because even though we are in a married,
setup and all that, yeah.
But that doesn't mean that any other men who are like throwing their shots.
Wanarushanga, unajua.
Nyashinski alisema kuna jamaa anangoja ni haribu aruke ndani kama superstar.
Kweli man.
Yeah. So I think it comes down to the intention. Why are you picking the phone?
Yeah. I mean, if it's for good purpose, positive things, positive vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Yeah.
Can checking her WhatsApp be a positive thing?
No.
How you mean like to go for photos, kuangalia mapicha, kucall mse, yeah.
Because the mere fact that let's say we know each other's passwords does not mean that all the time.
Then true. Yeah, true.
But for the general just going through life and all that, at some point unaweza taka mazia nataka kutumia M-Pesa nini, I mean labda nimezima or something, something like that.
Yeah, true.
But it all boils down to the friendship and trust that you guys have, na respect tumepeana and all that. But si ati unaka hivi unasema let me go snoop, niende kutafuta kama kuna msee sijui amerusha
anarusha.
Trust me, utapata.
Ndio nasema utapata, and you're not emotionally intelligent, my friend. Inaenda inakuwa menace.
And I think pia that umesema ni kuelewana na partner wako, because if you don't say such grounds mapema, utapata situation yenye now inaanza ku breed toxicity. Because now when your chilea is asleep, wewe unaamka hiyo sijui saa 6 saa 7 unachukua simu yake, unaweka password, unaanza kuangalia WhatsApp zake, unakasirika, unalala na hiyo beef yote. Asubuhi akiamka dema anashangaa, why is this man mad at me ama nini? Kidogo mna brew toxicity, the next thing you know, kaboom,
it boils.
Imekuwa violence, yeah.
Lakini mimi si ati the first time mazee ati tunakutana alafu nakuja unaanza kuniambia nipatie hiyo password. Takushuku kama nini?
Kama Joani wewe.
Exactly,
and I think it has to be gradual. Exactly. You build it over time as you build the trust, because it's so sexy and it's so beautiful when you see a couple that kuna that genuine trust, and when you guys are confident in your own relationship. So if your wife asks, if your girlfriend asks for your phone, you have nothing to hide. Go ahead and do it.
George.
All right, now as we're talking about social media and how the effect of the phones and everything may change how we date and how we view things as Kenyans, as the world, let's get banging with a bit of Major, Matrax and Kid Kora before our the cancel. It's called Double Tap. Let's go, baby.
I see you. Na kwani ile cancel ya mafisi. Kwani tabia ilianzia wapi?
Ilianza na ka selfie, double tap. Niko na TBT, double tap. Akapiga screenshots ya like, double tap. Pia mimi nika like, double tap. Ilianza na ka selfie, double tap. Niko na TBT, double tap. Akapiga screenshots ya like, double tap. Pia mimi nika like, double tap. Ilianza na ka selfie, nika double tap. Akanibamba tukaenda WhatsApp. My late night tulikuwa tuna chat. Anatuma mapicha niko zile chap. Baby girl nataka to link up. Kesho yake vile alifika alikuwa ameiva kwa zile picha. Jokes kidogo akaanza kutabasamu. Akanikaribia tukapiga na munju. Ikatubamba ikienda kuingia usiku. Kabla toke tukapiga ka selfie akeka Instagram. Nika double tap. Ilianza na ka selfie, double tap. Niko na TBT, double tap. Akapiga screenshots ya like, double tap. Pia mimi nika like, double tap. Ilianza na ka selfie, double tap. Niko na TBT, double tap. Akapiga akapiga screenshots ya like double tap. Pia mimi I like double tap.
Oh Milodi, call the police. I like the selfie but I love the body. Lazima tap tap kwa picha ya rasa. Insta video vile una track. Sini menoki picha yako na kopi. Pia TBT ukiwa tukatoi. And a nigga gotta slide in the DM. And you know I like to chat in the PM. And I know some niggas thirsty kidogo. Joe Bushiri always liking the photos. But you send me DMs when I want it. I don't have to say nothing on the comments.
Ilianza na ka selfie double tap. Niko na TBT double tap. Akapiga screenshots ya like double tap. Pia mimi nika like double tap. Ilianza na ka selfie double tap. Niko na TBT double tap. Akapiga screenshots ya like double tap. Pia mimi nika like double tap.
Pause, cheese, click, damn, now that's a picture. Instagram hashtag no filter. Tag a friend, tag a hater, tag a stranger. Cause when it comes to Instagram, I'm an addict. Looking through your pictures in this traffic. You got a fat tat, I double tap that. A cute face, nice face, that's a screen grab. A pic of you in 98, that's a throwback. And I'm still looking there too like I would hit that. So look at me, I'm a MCM. Cause a nigga stay fly like KLM. Holla!
Ilianza na ka selfie double tap. Niko na TBT double tap. Akapiga screenshots ya like double tap. Pia mimi nika like double tap. Ilianza na ka selfie double tap. Niko na TBT double tap. Akapiga screenshots ya like double tap. Pia mimi nika like double tap.
Kenya tuko na disaster, watoto wetu wanazidi kuzikana, na Tomboya ameshika tama, alituacha kama angali kijana. Je, angekuwa mambo yangekuwa sawa? Ndivyo walivyopanga Maulana. Deni mulizoacha bado tunalipa, na tumekopa zingine China, tukajenga reli pia barabara, zilizobaki watu wakasanya. So tujiangalie, tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana. Sikio la kufa halisikii dawa. Tuko kwa Twitter tunajibizana. Tujiangalie bane, tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana. Tusipoziba ufa tutajenga kuta. Tusake zetu tungali vijana. Waumini kwa matrina, pasi kwa bima, kushoto fungu la 10, sadaka kulia. Ndio maana mbele ya kanisa mheshimiwa anakula sakramenti kabla ya raia. Siku za mwisho zimeshawadia, na revelation inatuambia hii generation inachoma picha. Ni generation yetu, so tujiangalie. Tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana. Sikio la kufa halisikii dawa. Tuko kwa Twitter tunajibizana. Tujiangalie, tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana. Tusipoziba ufa tutajenga kuta. Tusake zetu tungali vijana. Mishuki alisema tufungeni mikanda. Ona leo twavuna tulichopanda. Kura zetu zilitugawanya, makabila na pesa pia tulimanga. So when you make your bed, usingizi gani tumelala? Tutajua tujui, Vision 2030 tabaki ni story. Tujiangalie, tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana. Sikio la kufa halisikii dawa. Tuko kwa Twitter tunajibizana. Tujiangalie, tuko pabaya leo kuliko jana. Tusipoziba ufa tutajenga kuta. Tusake zetu tungali vijana.
Dosi aliniambianga freedom never comes for free. We vote tribe ama real cash, ask Boni. Tuna Roma lia mwezi tajesu plus dogi. Wal mzima Twitter keotindo fast body. Ban pictures in Africa, black coffee and none. I'm richer than my neighbor but we're both in a slum. If the rich always win, why should the popular run? Unless democracy ni what you say only for fun. Na hii weekend tuko church tunauza sura kabisa. Post ya haga wenda poa sana na caption
portion ya scripture kayo ndo gospel pitisha bagi ya sadaka kwa club traffic madrag ubaindai traffic mandai zina drag but maya mwizi amemake stories za shamba amegrab kono inahonga imevaa bracelet ya colors za flag
That was Sauti Sol featuring Yashinsky 2G Angalie. Now Kenya wangu naambia man, it's very important kujiangalia things that are happening in the country, from relationships to how we're voting to everything we're doing. It's very important to be conscious of what we're doing as a country. Now mimi naona ni kama kuna vitu zinaenda vinyazifai kwenda kwa hii country yetu. Segemunege mbaya. And one of those happens to be, you know how we keep on making the same shitty mistakes, right? Same shitty decisions. And allow me to say this, like last year we were told by somebody somewhere, with all due respect to his excellency Bwana Ruto bana, tuliambiwa serikali ikiingia sijui ni watu wa nduthi mama mboga ndo watapatiwa positions and everything, but that was a black or still white lie. That was something yenye hata kama wewe hujasoma unajua that's bullshit.
Unajua alisema il change the economy. He didn't say which direction.
I know, man.
That promise.
So imepeleka direction gani kulingana na nyinyi wadau?
I'm telling you. You know, I remember kitambo mazonge ungeenda uko na 3K unaenda kufanya shopping. Manzo uko na kamko loaded na hizo unakumbuka zilikuanga ni ma plastic bags.
Oh yeah.
Kuna kujanga nazo ziko loaded. But squeezy man utoke tu na dhao hivi make a mistake utoe 10 bob unabuy fresher.
Imeisha bana.
Mimi natikanga tu saa hizo tu yani mimi hadi sijui. Like you just leave the house. Even living the house is an expense.
Oh yeah.
Kutoka tu kwa nyumba hivi utoke nje hivi. Dhao ishangu.
Umeenda kutoa nguo kwa nini kwa hanging line? Kwa una peg tu hivi. Tuani imeenda.
Manze, because if you look at the cost of living manze, ime go up sana.
Okay.
And but it's not a secret that imekuwa even worse with this new administration.
Oh, right. So you feel like it's more of a government issue?
Yeah, you know what the guy did is that for me kutoa subsidies kwa government has brought all this stuff up. Because you see, anasema yes, we know the pesa yenye inatolewa na subsidies is the government who pays the supplies, so they reduce the cost of production. But also kutoa hiyo subsidies, for example kwa ya mafuta, because ukitoa subsidies za mafuta, you remember petrol is like nini, mafuta ndo ina nini
that's the that's the foundation
in
of
control,
man.
It's a very huge factor for the cost of production.
True.
So ukitoa hiyo nini, ukifanya cost of production iende juu by removing the subsidies, of course you expect it to reflect in every sector here in Kenya.
And the irony is, while we are dealing with those subsidies kutolewa and everything, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like, wage bill ya government ndo place pia tunakosea. You have CASs, you have what office of the prime minister's wife, nonsense offices.
No unapatanga, these guys they just give their cronies jobs. Chair people of boards, junior amekuwa board of trustees, rewarding their girlfriends.
God.
Unapata sijui there's an MCA, there's a nominated MCA.
Oh yeah.
What are they doing?
Nonsense. As in nonsense positions.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look at this 50. Were they 50 or 49 CSs that were actually 50, right?
CSs.
All of those people, ballers in their own right. They're taking how much now? Almost $1 billion per month. Almost $1 billion per month. Patia mse mingine hiyo pesa, and we have people who are crying out here. Watu wakonja.
Muske uchungu, you really feel so much pain.
Yeah.
If you look at somebody who was studied medicine, the kind of toil they've gone through med school.
Imagine.
Msame pitioni ni yote, succeed nini.
Yeah.
And then unakuja unasikia ati their salaries azilipwi mazitoshi. This is the guy that's supposed to take care
imagine
of your health.
Yeah.
But see ati you're begging them, asa ina for walipwe.
Yeah.
And we should channel our most important let's say monies to where people deserve.
True.
You know.
Yeah.
Hii story ya kuja sijui unapatia nani job.
Guys who helped you campaign watu wenye walichanga, you know, like so you're here when this guy is one of probably Ndasamanta Vai for president one day. So I'll have you guys changia me,
George Mark.
President George Mark.
No,
President George Mark.
Okay. That's Mogweli, but if you George, you manage to get on that seat.
Okay.
And I can't make you get on that seat. The least, and I'm speaking as Michael Osoti.
All right, Michael Osoti.
There are those hustles more bigger that I do and all that.
Yeah.
The least would be me expecting, to have something from you by virtue that you're the president.
True.
Yeah. Labda niko na kuja huko mazena kunywa tu majua ama nini. But I don't expect you to reward me in a very big way.
All right.
In terms of tiweni beshte yangu.
Unaweza kuongea hivyo saizi, maybe you're talking unaongea hivyo saizi bro, but let me tell you, let's assume I'm vying, right? And as I'm vying, my campaign budget is like around, let's say 1.2 billion. Let's say 1.2 billion. And you come unaniambia, hey bro, what's up? And I can give you, I can front you like 300M. Lakini na wewe ukiingia bro manze, si lazima tukue corrupt ama nini, but utafute tu place. Bro, I can assure you that umenipatia 300 million, I will put you first. As in it's kind of like how these things are working. Like unaona kama our CASs for instance, unaangalia everybody mwenye amekuwa appointed. Who's the speaker of the National Assembly? Tuanzie hapo. Who's the speaker of the National Assembly?
Moses Wetangula.
Alikuwa wapi? Alikuwa ni wale ni prime, sijui wale watu campaigners wa Ruto, si ndio? Who's the sijui prime minister huyu Mudavadi, kazi yake ni gani? DVD kazi yake si ni amepewa position kubwa huko.
Huyo ndo anasema, the largest ghost worker.
I swear that's the largest for me.
But then does he have like a ministry?
No, that guy kazi yake tu ni,
yani prefect wa
cabinet. Endo huyo mzee, useless positions, useless roles, taxpayers' money. This guy already had money. Juzi, I was shocked kuona this guy called mwenye alikuwa nini wa Jubilee. What was his name? The guy was like the secretary of Jubilee, Raphael Tuju. I was shocked to see that Raphael Tuju was about to be auctioned for around a sum like around 2 billion.
2 billion,
hey, right? 2 billion.
Man.
Tunaishi wapi bana?
Those figures.
Mazee pesa.
Mtu anaauctioniwa juu ya 30k. Huko ni 2 billion. My friend.
2 billion na kuna safara tu ana Shylock anadai kumbeba ka TV man. Like someone is being auctioned for 2 billion. That's
exactly.
That's mind-boggling.
And that same guy, I can assure you that had Raila ingiad into power, because he was also one of the chief campaigners, behind the scenes there. I'm 100% sure says he pengine ndo angekuwa sasa yo prime minister, yo prefect wa, Yeah, for sure. So I think there's a big problem in Kenya, and it all starts with also the wages, because
but the question is, this problem ever go away? That's the biggest question.
Yani I don't feel like
it's been happening. It's been happening with let's call them our forefathers. Now our fathers. Now right now. A lot of people that are actually getting into elected positions are guys our age.
True.
Na unapata mtu anaingia hapo anasema maybe there's a time I wanted to be an MP.
It's funny that we are discovering some things here, man.
Tuko na wakubwa hapa.
Mheshimiwa.
But a friend of mine once asked me,
Sam Hesh,
why do you want to be an MP? And nilishindwa kumjibu.
Yeah.
True story.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be an MP, for the opulence and all that.
Ooh, yeah.
But I didn't have enough reasons to say at I want to do this, I want to do that. I told myself, no, I wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be fair. Unaingia tu hapo sijui unakula tu do na maboys wako ama and I actually looked at it in a different direction. I said, wacha ikae bana.
So yako si pesa ya campaign ilikata.
No, see, but do. Nani alikuwa inspire this young guy from Meru alikuwa
Gembe South.
Yes. Alikuwa inspire, nikasema kama uko hapo at least you can ride on donkeys or nini.
And it's good to see there are those young people stepping up, talking about the talk.
But now my question was, these young people, unapata very many of them, they actually join politics, to start on a clean slate, to whatever they promise the people, but tunaingia huko ndani unapata system imekupiga mbaya. It's something. And
I think also the system, the political system in Kenya doesn't give you a space to be independent. An independent thinker.
True.
So because you find that we umeingia on a ticket of Jubilee, like ama Jubilee ama UDA, but the moment umeingia pale, you are under that ticket. So whatever the person at the top says that we want you to pass this bill,
hiyo ndio
inaenda. You cannot say otherwise. That's why nilikuwa nasema the only way the whole system can change is if more independent candidates are voted in.
But no, independent candidates wanaingia, they're being bought out.
Mwana Kenya fanyikia Jalas juzi. He's a perfect example of what you're saying. Jalas ameingia on an ODM ticket. And then juzi akasema like, you know what, me, I want to learn from Ruto. I mean, this guy has never lost an election. Around. And then look, ameambua nini sasa?
Not have a stand.
Everybody's against Jalas. He's you're just a one-term MP. And to be honest, I really admired his move because Jalas did not go there for the money. Jalas actually went there because he felt he could do something for those people, because that guy, he's my personal friend, and I feel like one of the reasons as to why Jalas aliingia pale ilikuwa ni create change, because that time mwenyewe penye ametoka, that guy was a sufferer, but all of a sudden everybody's against him now because you cannot be an ODM person and still be swinging on that side, and maandamano imerudi.
Sasa hii tao sijui tutavuka aje. Nasikia maandamano na sijui tutafika studio aje watu wangu.
Tutafly bro, choppers.
But that thing makes me sick bana.
What maandamano?
The maandamano thing. I think the intention is not very clear.
Okay.
Looking at the previous maandamanos, I think a few weeks ago.
All right.
To me, they're not that peaceful, and there's a lot of blame game from the opposition side, from the government side. Honestly, man, makaraos, na consistent yote, maandamano manini. But me, if I have a business, na najua kunaenda kwa na maandamano or something, the first thing I'll do is protect my business. I'll close it. Na start kwa na income your day. So I think it's all messed up everywhere. The government, the opposition.
So let me ask you, Mike, for this, because this is now you're talking about maandamano, and you're just being blatant, telling us that you don't dig it. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that Baba, Bwana Raila Odinga, do you think anaifanya for the genuine, for genuine reasons? Do you think that anaifanya for that mwananchi mwenye anaumia, ama do you think he's just trying to be relevant, trying to stay relevant until 20?
For me,
which politician does something for the unrelevant? Not just but which politician?
He's just riding on his sycophants, like trying to just anataka kuwa tu relevant bado.
Politics is all the same. Kenya, abroad, in USA and all that. Nivile in Africa, we are very selfish. Unaona, nilo unapata these 1 billion shillings somewhere, unataka kuiba yote. I'm not saying stealing is right. But there's corruption everywhere. Even in the US, in these so-called first world countries. But the way it's regulated, policies are regulated in those countries. When you come to Kenya or Africa, politicians are all about their own interests. What serves me best. That's what goes for me. So if Baba really is pushing for this maandamano thing for the common mananchi, not really. Not really.
Ulterior motives 101, and I think Raila, if he was a smart person, allow me to just say this: if Raila was a smart person, and natumia analogy of football, see someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, at the moment I think his abilities zimeanza to decline. He's not as elite as he was like 4 years ago, and I think it's always good to know when to hang the boots and pass over the baton. So, and I think the problem with Raila, fine, he can have an agenda, he can have like something anataka dunia ikue, Kenya ikue hivi, but imefika time to tell somebody else niaje, I've been grooming you and now you are the one tutatumia kupass your agenda. Si lazima yeye akue president ndo ideas zake zikue,
exactly.
And that's the problem. That's why you feel like this fine tunaandamana, but there's a selfish agenda somewhere.
I think ikifika ni hizi maandamano, the intentions at the bottom of this so-called pyramid, the people, the mwananchi, is in the right place.
True.
Because they are fighting a genuine cause that the cost of living is up. We need change.
True.
But at the top, it's all about interest, their own interest. you know, because if you look back at the previous administration, the handshake, the famous, the almighty, the handshake itself.
Yeah.
You know, does it mean that, you know, what they were fighting for was solved by the handshake?
No.
The problem they said they were fighting, like haikuwa change. Like mwananchi tu alienda tu kuuza mboga zake.
Kweli?
Kuvuta mkokoteni yake, but those guys hao ndio walipata peace and they reaped big.
Oh yeah.
So me
100% agreed.
Ni kwanza juzi there was some wrangles I think in the headquarters at Jubilee where the president himself, the former president himself, went there to sort out the wrangles.
Yeah.
So before he went there, there's a little bit of commotion, tear gas here and there and all that. So there's another guy, a resident from Kileleshwa, who confronted the former head of state.
Ooh.
Yes. Akamwambia, you know, this is a peaceful neighborhood. Because Jubilee, they were here in Pangani. They were somewhere in Pangani. They're not
yeah.
Akasema, you know, this was a very peaceful neighborhood. Nini, I think the grandkids were on their way there, but they had to divert somewhere and all that. And I saw Robert Alai, MCA for Kileleshwa. I love the guy. He's a brilliant guy. Na akasema, you know, Jubilee have to find a way to check out their office from Kileleshwa for the sanity and peace of Kileleshwa residents. And I asked myself, you're the same people who go to to Kibra and cause havoc in a place where people live. Does it mean, you know, like, but we always say mashamba la wanyama, there are animals who are more equal than others.
Ooh, you know?
Yeah.
And
it's very, very, very sad.
It's a tough one.
Set of events.
So Wakenya manze, nyinyi nataka mjue kitu moja manze, tunawaangalia, you know, and we don't have to be dumb. On the back-to-back show, we just want to tell you that it's all about making the right decisions, right?
Definitely.
And of course, we're doing this on 254 Radio, home of Kenyan music. So coming right up, ni wimbo nataka ipate ikuwe lecture kwa kila mtu, you know. So penye una jump from ama nini, just listen to this song and please don't take offense, but sisi ni wajinga.
Oh yeah.
Dear Lord, today I come before you for two things. Grateful for keeping me alive even though unajua my day na kutupea Kenya amnesia. Asante. Sisi ni vipofu na viziwi na tunajua translator wetu alisha dedi. 2022 already, si mnajua nani ni prezi, si mnajua nyinyi voters ndio washenzi. Kwani mjui mdomo yangu ilibatizwa na wakongwe. So nashanga mbona akili zenyu time ya kura zinajanga shonde. Na hiyo wiki ndio najua jirani yangu wangamjaka, kama kumbe wangamsapere, hata salamu hatapata. Piga tu kura na utalala bila kula. A night of tears. Na nisikiza na macho naona na your ears. Swali, fununu ni ati system education ya udu. Is it true? That's why umepeleka mtoyo wako akasome majuu, while graduates wanashika placards kwa traffic. Mtu wa actuarial science anataka kujimada. So tragic. Swali, ati Waiguru wako kwa office na story ya NYS tulishasahau. Bairo moja alibuy 8 tao. Bairo tunanunuanga mbao. Either sisi ndio wajinga ama kuna marking scheme ya kao. Time will tell. Vijana wana bet na kifo, wana die betting imewapea job mob kualiko. City Stadium imekuwa renovation for 3 years, budget ziwatoshe, while Sonko wana dance tu kwa ofe. Swali, how do you sleep at night knowing mkono yako imeua? Not close to purity. Wordsmith, King Kaka arrested for fighting impunity. Hata wakijam na watupati bread, hawatusomi na si kwani. Promises samweki, ini relationship ya aina gani? Is it true? Uko na account offshore, zimejaa money na account ya Dota Waitito iko na depo ya 100 meter. Ukipelekwa kotini ni escort ya polisi kaa 6. Ladies and gentlemen, official speech by mbwa mwitu. Wacha vae ngozi ya kondoo kwanza ndio tumsifu. Si basi wakamkwa chacho watoe pesa tulitoa kama tax. Na pastor ana kiss ass, ampati hadi asome kavas. Na sisi tuko busy wajinga nyenye tuna clap. Wakini snipe tonight si mnajua ni kwa nini. Ndakufia watu misiogopi mimi. Wasijifanye hapo wata lost na hata chuma urust. Na hizo ganja mtazikwa nazo, news flash, flash rudi kwa dust. Nchi inaongozwa na thieves na ukiogopa jua huwezi kuwa chief. Iba hizo mamita, Scott free. Niibe tu kuku ntalala ndani. At least pasta nganga na washinda na danganyanga hadharani. Hapo parliament kwani mna shida gani? Simtuibie kiplani. Mmetumwa shetani gani na job ziko wapi? Swali ni ukweli, lazima uretire ndio upate job. So inamaanisha lazima kwanza nipate job ndio nipate job. The youth ni moody at 90 na gikonyo at 80. Manifesto mnisoma job ni plenty. KQ walisamewa deni ya 24 bili. Sugar mili, farms ni 40 bili. Na ujinga yenu mnaeka students hawajalipa kwa gazeti help, wajinga nyinyi. Hizo mlango zenu zile mna beef security, amwezi ni kubali hata odi. Remember me, my mama anaitwa Njiko na my father is a nobody. Nasikia mafuta imepanda tena, inatoka Turkana ndio irudi tena. Hesabu ya 1+1 inawachenga. Mtaenda retreat kudiscuss tena, na mjongeze pesa ya taxpayer tena. Laptop ni multi-billion project, na walimu Oshago wana lights, wana charge kwa generator shopping center. It's not right. Wasipandishe tax, hizo ndio dreams mi wanazo nikituna. What are we really doing as a country? Sasa zile tunachuja miguna. Petroli imepanda, so inamaanisha polisi watu operate kama customer care. Busana chwara zinamaliza mayut. Enye Steve was right, mihadarati haiwezi. Wachane polisi wafanye raid tena, ama ni vile OCS ajepewa yake ya kila mwizi. Ya kila mwezi. Na polisi wako in cahoots, au ndio supply wa gondi na guns time ya kushoot? Swali, kazi ni formalities tu, na ukiapply si na bounce. Ni ukweli KPLC wanatuwekea bila ziko kwa, na zinaenda kwa personal accounts. Welcome to our country where politician wana ujinga za kila aina. Economy imekuwa hard, hakuna kitu ya kuteremsha China. Karibu to the Kenya Republic of China. I support teachers, doctors wakistrike, na the president is saying ati kama hawatarudi watachujwa. Hakuna siri kwa nyumba. Nasikia jirani bibi anakula. You know what I mean. Polisi anaishi kwa keja zimeseparatiwa na curtains. Amini 2019, na hizo damu zitawafuata to the coffin. Punda idedi lakini mzigo ifike. KCSE hazijafika sababu ya floods, so instead wacha niulize maswali. Harambee Stars wanalala kwa floor ya port flani while mna hire private jets? Swali, disaster mnakimbia kusema vile mta create inquiry. Is it true women rep ndio wanadishi pesa ya pads meant for girls? May scandal, wako na matusi kwa national TV, such role models. Youth and employment, politician ni addicts for pesa. KRA wanatuibia ndio watupatie wezi pesa. Deadline ya tax return ni Tuesday, jengeni tu sips tea iko na mercury kwa shuge. Swali, is it true war iko funded as tuna lose KDF soldiers daily so unalia? Ndio maana tumeshindwa kutoa troops Somalia. Mnakula pesa ya health, ndio maana Mkenya hawezi afford. The moment you fall sick tunasikia umepata treatment abroad. Na vota akidedi na cancer care, perfect opportunity atoe coffee na transport, na on top auze sera. Hapo ndio mrasu wa Shakilusi. In the name of treatment kuna power in Kirusi. Moa amefunga jicho pevu ni kipofu. Duma namba kumbe ilikuwa tu scam flani, na Maraga nataka magari. Rais unaona hapo ni wanajeshi wa Navy wakionyesha umaarufu wao wa vita ya kulinda nchi wakiwa kwa maji. Wajinga nyinyi. While Mariam na dota wake hawajapatikana wiki mbili, wako kwa maji. Sema MCSK kutuibia, kwa traffic wako kwa wrong side ndio rush kutuibia. 5 years ndo zinaisha, nasikia umeanza kurudi kwa ground. Wacha kupretend, and all Kenyans know kwa ground vitu ni swali. Sijui kaa unanikumbuka, mi ndo nilikuweka hapo. Can't see you siku hizi nikaa tunacheza tapo. Swali, ama nasiumu ni vile ulibai simu, uko na line mpya na ushikangi namba za ujui. I stopped being your friend, unanitreat namna ya adui. Swali, stadium ziko wapi? Kazi ziko wapi? Ile manifesto lini wow nayo iko wapi? Na hii handshake kwani ni ile sisi ufinyanga Kenyatta kwa mkono ya karao? Swali, hata kama tuko na Kenyatta, ndio maana strongly feel hatujapata uhuru.
Young killer still holding the belt, I'm undefeated. Oh, you thought you bad like Mike, you can't beat it. I got everything they want, yup, I'm what the game needed. Only way you catching up is in the plane seated. Got the city on my back like I owe taxes. I've been dreaming so long, I got an old mattress. Half of y'all screaming real, just some strong actors. Trying to make it to the top with the wrong address. Shorty so wet, on a flat river road. Shorty thick, I can come, kuna jam, thick a road. nikishika shika shodi jana wika poa, kisha najitoa tu matext nimefika poa. Aya bas wacha ni reverse, wacha nrudi kazi, wacha nrudi verse, wacha nrudi buzz, au sio? Wacha wa rehearse, wacha wa discuss, wacha wa adjust, missing nanga noma, wacha wa jazz. Big shoes to fill and I gotta go fill them. Y'all couldn't walk a mile in my old feelings, trying to get a nigga back in his old feelings, but a nigga got goals and a couple gold diggers. Pressure don't faze me, pester don't change me. I go a little crazy, but that's the on stage me. I don't need a gold chain, can't nobody chain me, contain me, and can't nobody tame me for real. If they want more, I got more fire. That amazing and blazing and more fire. Like a bonfire, like I'm on fire. Ukinitaka utanipata na mawanda, yes, yeah.
Lock them up and I'm praying they let my dude home. Outside trapping, ain't coming back to the food gone. If you tryna hate, then go type it under my new song. I ain't tryna go to the same places that you gone. Niggas gon' hate you no matter how much you do for them. Promise you April, I'm hopping up in that new phone. Timmy, my brother, ain't nothing I wouldn't do for him. Keep it 100, I fire back and I shoot for him. I don't care, you decide, either you or your man's gone. I don't like water, but really I need my chain frozen. Blow up by the quarter, ain't passing it if it's me smoking. Homie got the strap, long range with the beam focus. Cocaine powder with baking soda, the catalyst. Coke game powder, I fill my hands with the cannabis. I don't wanna ever, I disappear like a magic trick. OG see me, they telling me I'm immaculate. Hotels leaning, I never could've imagined this. I came up eating and sleeping on pissy mattresses. On the edge, niggas say we beefing, but they callin' fairs. I ain't said I know, I just seen her and I got some head. Had the Motorola, ain't no chauffeur till I got the bread. Police pull us over, you gon' ride it, you gon' hide instead. I don't be with rappers, I think most of them be hella red. Niggas started hating in the city when I wasn't there. See him out in person acting different, now they sorta scared. Ain't no competition in my city, shit ain't really fair.
I'm Mr. Body Bag, every time that I hop on the beat I be catching the homie. Don't understand how niggas be talking, if you got a problem you know where to find me. Me and these rappers got nothing in common, they're not on my level. That's a reminder, I'm not even spitting, I'm dripping saliva. Run up a check and I'm fucking up comments. Pockets are bigger than Christopher Wallace, what you expect? Timmy the best, go over the top. Mitchell and Nancy, rappers for lunch, the kitchen a mess. Keep it 100, not 50%. Make so many moves that they thinking it's chess. I get my piece and I'm coming for extra. Who you know better, that's really the question. Mention my name and you giving them pressure. Whoa, I only speak to the cash, hello. Point at a rapper, he's next to go. I'm into killing and tagging toes. All of these niggas is little me's, so I let them play in the little league. Call me the chef or I grill the beef. Bring it straight to your door like deliveries. How many bangers a nigga gotta drop in this fucking city to get some respect? How many beats a nigga gotta kill for you niggas can see that I'm nothing to mess with? I don't think they're really getting the message then. F it, I'ma just keep on finessing it. Life is a bitch with some ass and tits. I like me a bitch with some ass and tits. I need the rolling on freeze. Shout out to my nigga Calligraph, but I'm competitive. He not the only OG. Niggas is gangsta only on beats. You on a verse, I need 30 at least. We used to do macaroni and cheese. Now we do different Italian feasts. Told you my side is where everyone eats. Heaven or hell, you got two options. You don't belong in the booth, stop it. You taking the L like a new driver. You don't make the cut like a new barber. Boss nigga, so I move proper. Big check when I'm shoe shopping. Ask about me, I'm too poppin'. Thug life, I'm too pockin'. Fat stacks need new pockets. Double and triple my crew profit. If you don't like me, go do something. I am the one with the juice part.
I do the game right, like Calligraph's sex song. You playing your shit, fans are swiping to the next song. They used to toss me back and forth like a ping pong. Nigga thought I was a weak, wondering how I'm getting this strong. Every day see the boys elevate. All my niggas riding with me and I know they do relate. I'm saving time so you know I'm in it and I'm coming late. No debate, tryna beef homie, you should know the stakes. All I've seen it to win it, I'm back in my business. You niggas are calling me king, like Mufal, me spinning, I'm killing the punchlines when I step in the ring. Get what you feeling, I'm out of the ceiling. I step in the building, you know what I mean. Winning, I'm taking it one for the team. Just in the hoop, piga mabaza kwa rim. Tumekuja kuzozana full force. Bidii hatulambi glucose. Pita mitaani ulize who's boss. Nina machungu na kina Boutros. While you spoiling the rap homes with all of your whack songs. Na ile mbogi yako flani ADF, same style you rap clones. Misi babi so nipate to ghetto. Form zangu pia huwa mseto. Mena ma young blood real nigga lakini kwa hood chila mapeto. Lazima nipate mapeni. Pita mitaju ya hama maheta saseni. Kata ni shida jameni. Nigamiwa na malines utadhani foleni. China ni katapila toka Kibira namba 8 mina beba vifresh. Leo nimekuja solo kumaliza. Mkona bati sikubeba mjesh. Marapa squeezy wamekuwa waresh. Kila issue wanaleta ka flash. Oja kanipigia simu akanisho changamuka. Kuna beat nataka umes. Kakitu ni fire Nairobi washajua ni mimi wana desire. Rap squeezy mimi saya. Nimechoka na marapa brands ili expire. Consequences pia ni daya. Ukitaka kuchorewa verse buda weni haya. Shindwa mwona mwoni haya na vitu mnatoa ni local zangu za Ulaya. Nina kamati ya kuweka mikakati ya kunipea kiti. Kanibiti na moda miwanga behind bars so nipate kamiti. Daily niko hustle stuck in the paper my nigga na saka riziki. Spendi marafiki wengi huwa too fake. Lot of them ni wanafiki.
Fuck I know where I'm from. Fuck I know that I'm made for this. You just notice the rhymes, but first acknowledge the greatness. I ain't on what you want, it's kinda basic shit. If that's the fucking title that you want, then I ain't chasing it. Cause I ain't moving backwards, fall back cause you in class. And all that you do it after, come back a different chapter. Cause I'm only back to back to back with fucking icons. All you homies happening after that, I call them my sons. This contract is cons and I ain't for it. All the conscience is brightly shining, ain't need no fame for it. Got embodied and disembodied, just like my name's Tony. I'm a goddess, I got him having the kind of faith on me. Wakishuku ni nduku lakini akili nyingi. Tuko huku improving na dithi wazipimie. Uko bubu kwa nini, when we pull to your city. Kizungu ni nyingi, mazishi ni ile ile. And say hi to your shorties, not hard to identify. When I come around, she wet and loose and spaghetti vibes. What she telling you, I'm sorry I can't verify. It's how she getting down every time that I'm passing by. But now, you know I'm delivering classics. Got my shit together, now I'm just giving legitimate facts. And oh, they be claiming the bad, but intelligence not with the package. Or ways you getting you faster, getting it that and nothing but vacuum. Man, nothing in vacuum, you never had it. Ain't coming at you, bitch, I'm ecstatic. I ain't got no time better than that, but you know what's happening. You know what's happening, you know what's happening. Keeping it minimal, don't fucking at me. And I am not the kind, funga virago, rudi kajani. I'm making it look simple. Maybe ile siku takachap is when we get done na madeni na machinku. Heri uza vitu, baba yao ni moja. So please fall back, education ya
since I came with an award for the best rapper in Africa, they kissing ass. Bet they thought I wouldn't do that shit. Now I call your favorite rapper for a battle, but that would be embarrassing cause he gon' get booed at quick. I'm talking to you, dog, you that bitch. This the gang, hit him up, Tupac shit. King off the dot, URL, Mother Mook verse Clips. And I can understand why you cats pissed. Listen, while I was making major moves, y'all was making jokes. All you Kenyan rappers, look at me, you should be taking notes. Funny, I'm the rapper that they hate the most, but man, I give a fuck like me be high on a Jamaican coke. And ain't no way that I'm gon' pass the mic, OG. I'm taking this shit to the afterlife. Groupies everywhere, all these hoes trying to smash the night. Why this nigga tripping? My bad. Oh, that's your wife? Where I'm from, you get shot for the paper. Low key, man, I got cops on me radar. I head off the pack on the top elevator. Even Casper call me Doc Shibboleza. Kenya is where to go if you wanna create the wave. We give this foreign artist a platform and major pay. Poxy pressure must be turning in his grave. Cause Burna Boy insulted us, but we still let him get up on that stage. KOT's all talk, they don't back it up with moves. A bunch of keyboard warriors who ain't got enough to lose, and that is a bitch stunt. Look at what you did, son. You looking to get burned. My syllable rhyme arrangement so that you need compare the big pun. Msiki manipa mateso tadhani vite ya reso. Mtatu likuwa tunatandika leso kama kanisa ya lejo. Maombi likuwa na jamisha mapepo nikaanza kupigwa rotation. Na ever since album ije Diamond natafutwa na Hamisa Mobeto. Ngori imeshika from Kenya to Lagos, Kale Katele imeshakuwa nakos. Na venye maslay queen wananikufa nite gavana Obado. Uko ni trouble, bangi kichuri na jaba kwetu ziko. Na nataka soko ugali, staki hiyo fala ya menu chipo. Na nina imani ya Mungu, mina amini ya Yesu Kristo. Na kitu wezi pata mini kiduni kifungia shode kawe masepetu jicho. I'm in it okay until I make it a million days. Usistuke kwa na bado natoa ngoma na wasanii kama Willy Posey. Listen, I'm in it okay until I make it a million day. Yendo wakati maybe ndachore ya kudroga my nigga, I'm in it to stay. All you niggas about to get this work, still tryna check on my net is work. All you female rappers don't body with me, so keep off my turf. I do no pills and I do no drugs, but I know killers and I do no thugs. And I be the numero uno cause I do more, but the niggas show you no love. I got my clan and they ripped it, damn it, I missed this slamming you bitches. My squad be cannibalistic, mad with a little bit of animalistics. Yeah, you are now rocking with the heavyweights. Got the Steph, ecstatic Timmy Blanco and 28s, bitches.
Woof, woof, woof. We talking Calligraph. This guy always murders. Killer time, Calligraph anaingia kwa mic, unajua it's about to go down.
Yo Motif.
Woof, woof, yo Motif. Put me up on a bit. That's Calligraph for you. And you know why I love Cali? Before we even talk about the previous song, King Kaka's Wajinga Nyinyi. Yes. That's an amazing song that I feel like King Kaka alijituma, you know?
Yeah.
Like alikatu chini akasema yenyewe ni aje, we just need to do something serious. And,
sure.
and the lyrics, man, they were just hitting the right spots, you know. Anasema kenye sisi tunajua, tunalenga. Kama I mentioned like how, you know, we're out there as Kenyans, we know we're voting for the wrong people, but what do?
Still go ahead and vote for them.
Go ahead and vote for them. Tunajua huyu msee juu ni Mkisii, wacha nimpe mimi ni Mkisii, juu ni Mjaluo, chui kaende. And that's a problem, bro. That's a problem that is going to keep on killing us as Kenyans. All right? When we were coming to work today, we were passing through Kibra, and it was funny because we were like, hey, we can't use this road, Kesho. Why?
See, you know, the stereotype that has already come in based on what our leaders also our choices. You know.
Yeah.
And we have to live with them.
Right.
You know, unapata mse, let's even bring it to a constituency level or even a ward level, MCA. Mazuna Jones amewa West mbaya, you know.
Wow. Yeah.
But during campaign period, comes throws in some few coins and all that. You know, singing praises. Uni mtu wetu ni, let's give him. I remember I was once watching a documentary for Boniface Mwangi.
Yeah.
When he was campaigning to be the MP for Starehe. Alikuwa hapa Tao, I think it's Marikiti or something. There's an X up there. So the guy was talking to guys and anamwambia, no, this is what I'm planning to do nini. Na watu anamwambia live, maze, you're good. Your policies are good. Your manifesto is good. Like but so kituacha tu hivyo. Unajua hata sombili ya unga hautasaidika.
So the caveat was hakuwa anawapea do.
Yes, that was the caveat actually.
Hakuwa anapata kanyamo.
Alikuwa Kenya bana.
Alikuwa anaambiwa live.
Yeah.
That was one of the saddest thing I watched. Nilikuwa najua, you know, you literally see someone who can change your livelihoods. You know, somebody who would make sure you get that 200 or 500 shillings daily. Than once.
True.
Yeah. So ni kama si ndo nakonga tumejimes big time sana.
Yeah, watu wanataka fish, hawataki kufunzwa kufish.
You know,
because if you look at someone like Boniface Mwangi, that's someone mwenye akona anajua what the electorate wants. Anajua mwananchi anataka nini. Because the guy is very vocal, especially when ikifika ni, you know, all the maandamano. I mean, he's the king of maandamano. Achana na hizi maandamano. You know, the genuine maandamano.
In the people's watchman on Twitter.
Yeah. And he does a very good job. But sasa you una find Kenyans.
Yeah.
I think it's the way that they have been conditioned. Ni ati kama I mean, the only time they seem to be benefiting from a politician is during the campaign time. Because that time that's when the politician is accessible. But after voting, jamana amtaimuona until sasa arudi sasa kuomba kura tena
in the next 5 years.
Yeah, so watu wanasema anyway, wacha tukule saizi yenye yako because when they know they're not gonna see him again.
So just cause unakula, cause fine, I don't have missing a problem na kukula. Okay, jasema ati nitenda niitishe, but I mean I can't take your money. Yes, I might as well take your money, but that does not mean that I have to vote for you, right? So why are we dumb? Sawa jamaa alinipatia 500, so kwa like jwali nipea 500 ule juboni pesa kunipea 500, sasa nitapatia mtu amenipatia 500. That's how we think as Kenyans. Well, what is the problem,
George? The problem, I would say, is not us.
And please address me as president in waiting, George. Yeah, tunasema
sasa ni mheshimiwa na the MP that never became, ama nitasema nitakuita aje.
2027, you never know.
Never know, man.
Never know. So saying, you see, the biggest problem is not us. I mean, when I say us, I'm speaking about the middle class.
All right.
The largest percentage of voters are people who are actually, for lack of a better word, they're unable in society to fend for themselves. But the large masses, you know, these people won't care what tuletea maendeleo, you know, in the next 5 years or 2 years, 1 year. Them, they just want what's working for them there and then. So by the time you go and tell someone, you know, you need to vote based on merit, and they'll tell you, unae hakuna kitu mazuri tuachia.
True.
You know, ama they, you know, we've been so messed by the current politicians. Unapata, if there's a guy who's very good, you know, the story would be, or the narrative would be, atafika tu kwa atachange, you know.
That's the same thing that ina happening kwa relationship. Unaingia into a relationship na mtu kidhani atachange, they never do. So mi na feel like it's not okay, but ati vile yani wase wana yani mi sijui yani story Kenyans ni ngumu.
Na unajua shida moja ya Kenya ni gani, bro? Acha nikwambie. I've had so many guys reference the Netherlands and how they do their things. And I remember having a conversation with one of my friends, and I was telling them the problem with Kenyans is to structure government like you guys were saying earlier. The system is the problem. To structure government in a way that you're not hauingii pale kupeana service. Unaingia pale kutajirika. And now you see countries like the Netherlands, bro. The MPs or the guys in government, they earn a lot less than the guys working in the other corporate sector. So I feel like if we can restructure our wage, system, our wage bill and everything, itafanya watu wanze kuona gava in a different light. Because why the fuck would I go to the government and I'm making more money outside? Because I was telling someone last year, I think the next president, anafakwe, a guy who comes and says, when I get into office, the first thing I'll do is I will slash every single elected person's salary at a company by 25 or 30%. Nasema, this is my team and I want watu wangu, and this is the first promise I make. So in the first 100 days, sitawambia story ati sijui nitafanya nini. No. The first 100 days will make sure that we've restructured the wage bill. Because bro, let me tell you something. If we cut whatever we are spending on wages, my friend, we won't even need tax money at sijui kwenda kuomba nje. But being real, man, that shit will never happen. This is Kenya, man.
Funny you should say that because those guys have been there.
Yep.
But they have been the most unpopular president candidates. No, you see the year of venye umeisema hivyo. Kumekuwa na I remember kumekuwa na guys like Kaluyu. No, before that we had Dida.
Abduba Dida,
yeah, Abduba Dida. People who were saying things like that. But Kenya ni ile. Because for us it's about popularity, and it's very sad because sijui kani vile watu wamekonditioniwa because it's also a reflection of who we are as a people. Because ukiangalia the fact that you won't give someone a person because they are not rich, always wapatia a chance because they are not rich. It also shows how like we people tunajidharau. Like you can't see that like someone like you can lead you. Naona unaona tu that this rich man akingia, because the narrative is always like ati akingia pale hata kula yet man yeye ndiye atakula mingi because haizi kuwa jamani billionaire anakula 2 milioni atakula 2 bilioni
anafagia yote kienda.
Remember this Potesa guy.
Ooh, yeah.
Karauri,
or something.
Current MP for Kasarani.
Yeah.
So guys are saying when you want that seat, say in politics, you first make the money, then get power to protect the money.
Oh yeah.
That's what a lot of people do.
That's actually, I think that's why most people get into politics, especially the rich.
Protect the interests.
Wao wanaingianga pale not because they
need money.
They have an agenda. They have an agenda for the people, but it's more about protecting what they have.
All right.
Because mtu kama ukiangalia, if I'm sorry to say so, but someone like Wanjigi, yes, the guy does, nimesikia interviews zake and the guy has like very legit points.
Okay.
Lakini I'm also thinking that the reason anadai kuingia pale is to protect what he have, because the moment alitoka from the government ya Jubilee, because he was like the power broker for Jubilee, naona. So but the moment aliingia pale, they started coming for him. So I'll think that this guy, if he wants to get into politics, is to
probably protect as well. And to just add whatever you're saying, the best example watu wangu tunaambia pata tusiende mbali. Leo nimeamua kuongelelea mtu fulani, but anyway, his excellency, man, this guy has had so many because I'm his future competitor, man, so wacha tu ni sawa. So last year, not last year, but around 5 years ago, we had Ruto, story ya Weston. What happened? Your story likanyagiwa vibaya kabisa. That is power. We also have Ruto and Kenyatta, 2007 PV vile alikuwa amepelekwa Hague. They got into power. What happened? Wamekuwa cleared. We also have Ruto and his deputy, what is his name? Gachagua. Gachagua got in and sijui alikuwa amewithholdwa pesa gani.
And the case was withdrawn. So unataka kuniambia like if they walimshika the first time and they had facts that ni hivi na hivi amefanya, si ndio? Do you want to tell me that now that aliingia kwa government, like all those evidence ilipotea
miraculously,
hakukuwa na nini? I mean, it's so sad that we are even talking about this.
Imagine, man. It's a system.
So me one word to future President George.
Oh yeah, please bring it on. My deputy. How to MP your time.
MP na influence.
Hey,
our budget committee.
Give me that advice.
Give me that advice.
Yeah, bring it on.
So advice is a request.
Yeah.
Mimi nikiingia hapo Jona niko na makesi. They better disappear.
Because it seems that's how we do things.
Yeah. Na me time ya campaign. Hey, uniwarie hizo 500. Nasikia. Though at radio 254 radio we're very very, progressive, and we keep on saying that we're not supporting or condoning corruption or anything like that, but we need to change some things, man. Like let me ask you a question. As we wrap up the back-to-back show, let me ask you guys one question. What would you say needs to be done to take us, in the right direction as a country, that is?
As a country?
Yeah.
Kwanza, first of all, watu kule whips.
Woo! Whips gani?
Kutoka US.
Mijeledi ama ila mdomo.
Anyway, I think it just needs to change with us voters. It's going to take a lot of time. But I hope the likes of the Gen Z.
Yeah.
And I don't know after Gen Z kutakuwa Gen Z
By the way, the next generation after Gen Z ni gani? Because utoto wetu tutakuwa nini? Because I don't think Gen Z will be too old your time.
Yeah.
The 1 year olds.
There's something that comes with Gen Z. There's some attitude they carry.
Okay.
There's some confidence they carry. I don't think those are people that are actually stuck on you're from this tribe, you're from this place and all that.
Yeah.
So I think it will change eventually, but it's going to take a lot of time to change.
Yeah.
And another thing, I think just government should strengthen
institutions.
Institutions, exactly. We've had a lot of backlash with what's happening in the judiciary.
Yeah.
There's the thing that they're corrupt judicial officers, the attorneys and all that.
Yeah.
Present the MPs.
Yeah.
Everything is just a mess.
Yeah.
I know if you find that one niche and say, what are we strengthening these institutions? At least for one or two things to start working. We as Kenyans would believe change is inevitably coming.
Okay. That's your take. You feel like we have to strengthen institutions and fire people like Nurdin Haji, man. That guy started out with a bang, but squeeze him across nini. Yeah. Umse kesi zote anazitoa. Me, I don't know what's up with the guy. It's like he's been bought or something.
Yeah. I think he's tired because I kind of feel like not just sometimes when you're the only person who is fighting and you're always on the battlefield and then usikiwe mse mwingine ana call for a truce. Inabidi tu hata umeichukua juu you are tired because I think he fought the first time. Alikuwa na a very good drive. Alikuwa na like he had his heart in the right place. But I think after years of fighting corruption, and corruption is such it fights back.
Oh, right.
Corruption
that's
fights
true.
back.
True.
So it's a war.
Yeah.
And I think the guy is tired. Maybe he should give the baton to somebody
else.
Yeah. So, and also what Mike was saying about the Gen Zs, I kind of feel like if you look at the previous elections, the Gen Z hawakuvota say.
True.
There was a lot of boycotts.
True.
Watu people never voted. Like the Gen Zs hawakuvote. So I kind of feel like the baby boomers na millennials tukitoka, maybe Gen Z can show us the direction, but even ataka they also have their own shortcomings.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like there's a lot.
All right. And I think to agree with what you guys are saying, it's all about grooming the next generation for that thing, and that's why I respect an artist like Calligraph, right? And the reason why we played, or rather we're fans of him, and his Kali Cartel, he just jammed to Kali Cartel too. And you can see that he's all about bringing in some new blood. Okay, not necessarily new, but just about giving opportunity, to some people who are really bad. Some guys are sick. Someone like Ecstatic killing it as usual. We've got Timmy Blanco. I respect him. That ninja is bad. And of course, I feel like that's what the government needs to do. Like sort of set up that platform or that those institutions so that we can bring in new blood, we can bring in new people, and we can actually now wajue they learn from sai tu pole pole, that in the next 10-15 years maybe corruption hata kama haitaisha itakuwa at least iko limited in terms of ukifanya hivi unajua these are the repercussions, right? Right, so I think that's
naanze na mimi by the way.
Akupatie kazi, right?
Kunyorosha mapema.
Umesikia mheshimiwa Mike amesema pata kazi. Amesema nataka kazi. Na wewe Ron unataka kazi gani haya?
Mimi politics Joe, I won't lie.
Just an institution, no politics.
For me. Mimi stories me I'll rather be on the background.
Ooh.
Nikuwe tu like Wanjigi before the fame.
Hey, like Wanjigi before the fame. Hey, you want the moolah.
Before I come out, before we knew who Wanjigi was. Wanjigi was still in government, but he was behind the government. Behind the government, you might say. Alikuwa tu pale in the background. So I kind of feel like
you're the power behind power.
Ooh, power behind power.
Those are the people who hold power. Yeah.
All right,
but for good reasons though.
Oh yeah.
You think that?
Maybe
it's for good reason.
Maybe George akiingia pale anaweza nifanya an advisor. I'll take the job.
Oh, you'll take the job, eh? Sasa bro, job itakuwa yako, lakini nimesema tu muniongeleshe vizuri. Mimi nataka campaign money. Okay? Campaign money mkirusha. We good.
Sasa ndio,
yeah, we good. Anyway, it has been a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Right? This is the back-to-back show on 254 Radio, the home of Kenyan hits.
Yeah.
You have been with me, George Mark.
And me, Ron.
Michael Osotsi.
So let's do this again, same place, same time tomorrow. Catch you at 1 to 2 on the back-to-back show.
Bye-bye.
On 254 Radio.
Out.
First, I'd like to thank everybody for showing up for this session. Your Honor, these are the rappers the masses been requesting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's so important that you follow. I'm your attorney, but just address me as Mr. Marlowe. And now, Your Honor, we gon' get straight to the case. And I address these people who will insult you straight to your face. When these people working hard, they're busy taking the cake. Had the masses saying artists ain't got no paper to chase. And what a shame when they're constantly building their brands. And all the dope music that they be giving their fans. They got some shit to say, so kindly let's give him a chance. First rapper, kindly make your way up to the stand.